more generic advice would be, first and foremost, you got to have some patience with social. I think some of the challenges we see from clients is they expect to go from 0 to 5 million fans in 3 weeks, and when they don't see that, then they get disappointed. So, you know, this is something you need to put effort into and build up over the long term. You're creating a relationship with your audience, and that doesn't happen from one day to the next. Companies need to stop thinking about sheer volume of audience and think about quality of audience. So it's not about, you know, who has the most fans, although if you don't have a sizable audience, you won't get very big results, but it's who's in there and who's engaged, who are those people that are creating that word of mouth for you. So in the case of Wildfire, we've created a really pretty loyal, engaged following, a large social presence. We've been a lot more successful than our competitors in doing that because we focus on a couple of things. One is providing really valuable advice around social media marketing. That's what our audience wants. And I think creating a personality for our company that we then present to our audience. And so things that do really well on the Wildfire brand page is we do an Employee Friday where we feature a couple of employees. People love that. It gets great responses. We've posted photos of the Wildfire dogs. We have dogs all over our office, and people love that. But they also love things like Social Media Hour, where over an hour, Maya, our social media manager, will respond to whatever questions you have. How do you provide advice and guidance and best practices? But also, how do you present that quirky New Zealandness? You know, if you're talking about the wine industry, then you're talking about people that, a variety of things. It could be all about wine, the New Zealand wine industry, pairing with food, people that like wine, like food. So there's a lot you could do around content, around food, cuisine, wine. But frankly, there's a lot you could do around New Zealand. And people love New Zealand. Whenever I meet someone in the US and say I'm from New Zealand, they generally say that's my favorite country or that's top of my list of where I want to go. So what's unique about the New Zealand wine industry is New Zealand. And so they could be really tying in wine with great destinations in New Zealand and great wineries in New Zealand and vineyards and the cafe culture in New Zealand and the great, you know, farm to table kind of culture in New Zealand. So I think it's really thinking about who's your audience, what might interest them, what will keep them coming back, and then you've got to create content for them that's really tailored to that.